Well, it is indeed safe to say that Reese Witherspoon is not your typical Oscar winner. Yes, she is a great actress, but the mother of two is now speaking out about an issue that has affected her deeply. I caught up with her in Washington, D.C. at a conference on domestic violence. At the age of 35, Reese Witherspoon seems to have it all. She's a devoted mother, a newlywed, and one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood. This week, Witherspoon was in Washington, D.C., where we talked before her appearance at a worldwide convention on domestic violence. For those who don't know, put it in context. How big is the problem?
1 in 3 women worldwide is experiencing domestic violence. And if this isn't, you, then this is definitely your mother, your sister, or a friend, or someone you know very closely.
How's it touched your heart?
I've had several very personal experiences with domestic violence. A girlfriend of mine had a very violent situation in her life, and I helped her through that. And just to question your own history or your own family, I think everyone would find a string of abuse there in their lives.
The most surprising thing that you came upon when embracing, if you will, this campaign or to be a spokesperson was what?
Probably that it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter your class, your culture, your race. This affects people everywhere. I've been everywhere from Japan to Brazil to Russia to right here in America, and it's affecting women everywhere, and it's just got to change.
As you look at the population worldwide, who's most at risk?
It's hard to say. I think it's so prevalent. It's everywhere. We look at celebrity culture. We see it, happening all over the pages of the tabloids, domestic violence situations. And I think it's up to us to create the change, to say, this is wrong. We've got to do something about it, and to educate our sons and our daughters about what is appropriate and not appropriate in the world.
For Witherspoon, that includes her own 2 children, daughter Ava and son Deacon. Witherspoon has used the Rihanna-Chris Brown controversy to teach her kids about the seriousness of domestic violence.
When I was telling my kids I was coming out here to Washington, D.C. to the World Conference of Women's Shelters, they wanted to know what that was about. And I said, this is a group of thousands of people getting together. They all have domestic violence shelters, and they're sharing information and ideas and how they can best communicate that communities need to help each other.
The conference came just 2 days after this year's Academy Awards. A stark contrast for Witherspoon, an Oscar-winning actress,
and the Break the Silence Award goes to...
who this time was handing out awards to women making a difference in the battle against domestic violence. 1,500 women from 96 countries were in attendance. You must really be embraced by women who are glad to have you as an advocate.
I didn't realize that my role as an actor would lead me to such great opportunity to help people throughout the world. I recently was in Korea and stopped by a group of women who told me they went to law school because of Legally Blonde. It's great moments like that you just feel like, wow, you don't realize what change that you can affect just by creating positive role models.
It's pink.
Oh, and it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra, don't you think?
You also talked openly about battling, if you will, the perceptions, becoming empowered as a woman in Hollywood, and now, again, enjoying tremendous success. Was it a real serious battle on your part, and do you feel that you've helped to create some change in that regard?
I would say that it's less of a struggle and more of a constant sort of navigation to try and find roles that inspire me and hopefully inspire other people and make movies I enjoy. And and I hope to do that for other women. I hope if there's anything I can do within the span of the rest of my career is just create opportunities for more female writers, female directors, other actresses. I would love to do that.
Gosh, an actress, production company, global spokesperson, and a mom. How have you maintained that balance so well?
I'm a mom first. And I think most working mothers would feel that way. It's just, it's a careful balance. I think any woman who has a full-time job and takes care of her kids knows that it's a struggle. You can't attend to every school performance, and it breaks your heart, but also I turn down movies sometimes because I can't be away from the kids at that time. So there's just a compromise there, a balance.
I close with this line. Your Oscar speech, 2006, you said you were hoping to do things that matter. Clearly what you're doing now and the reason you're here today matters. Very impressive, Reese.
Thank you.
A very bright woman, very committed. As a matter of fact, you may have seen that she was wearing a nice necklace. It's called the Empowerment Circle of Support. And our segment producer, Greg Merman, was thinking about you. He wanted to make sure that you had one as well.
Oh,
so
my
tell
goodness.
Matt, your husband, it's from Greg.
Well, I really appreciate that. And this is a topic I know, domestic violence, very important to you. I'm really happy to see that we were able to do this. And it was a great conversation.
And I'm
with the
glad
two
that
of
she
you.
and I are on the same team. I'm doing some work with Verizon, but it's a very needed topic to talk about for sure.
Thank you.